Welcome to the Diaspora Forum. You're welcome to where people of color speak for themselves. The things we're going to say, these are things that they don't want you to hear about because we are combating the fight against miseducation of our people. Here, we highlight the successes, and triumphs of people of color across the world to highlight their contributions to humanity. We are very proud of them. And we'll continue to say, because this is what we've done even before people decide what they want to say we did or we did not do. All they want to do is to highlight on the negatives and cast us labels to make people of color look bad in the eyes of the world. So today, we're going to take it bit by bit. Remember, if you're new to this channel, please try and subscribe, down below, and then like us. Share amongst your colleagues so that this will spread and then in our fight against miseducation of our people. Each segment is divided into 4 sections. We have the introduction, we have the topic of the day, and then we give a shout out to distinguished ladies and gentlemen across the world, people of color across the world, to what they're contributing to humanity. And then we go to Proverbs of the day. But before then, like I said, this is only introduction. Today we are going to make a case why African Americans should at least visit Africa once in their lifetime. Like the Muslims do. They all go to Mecca once in their lifetime, like Israelis do. They take Israel. Well, they pick up Jews across the world. They make them visit Israel they feel attached to the state of Israel. Please, people of color should do the same. It's time we all go home and see motherland. Thank you very much. Again, if you have not subscribed, make sure you subscribe to this channel, and then you like us, share it with your friend, and then we'll see you at the very first segment. Thank you very much. Great. This is the first segment. This is the topic of the day. And the topic of the day is we're trying to make a case on why African Americans, in fact, people of color across the world, should consider going to Africa once in their lifetime. See things for themselves in Africa once. Okay? All right. Now, here we go. Remember, like we said, this is Diaspora Forum, a place where people of color speak for themselves. Where we fight against, miseducation of our people. So, here we go. First of all, we have to realize that Africa is home. I'm not making this for any country in Africa. Remember, Africa is a continent, it's not a country. So regardless of where you want to go to, you are welcome. Africa is open. Africa is welcome for business. Most of all, Africa is motherland. Mother wants to see your face again. It's very necessary that we all have a sense of pride, a sense of belonging. We have to own it. There's no reason successful African Americans will go to Europe, will go to France. Imagine Serena Williams living in Paris. Imagine all the successful African Americans. You go to places where they don't want you. All they want from you is your money. I'm very sure we all heard what happened to Oprah Winfrey in Paris, how she was treated, even with her money. That cannot happen in Africa. We love you. We want to see you in Africa. We want to see your presence because guess what? Africa is open for business. Africa wants you. Motherland wants you. Your mother wants to see your face again. You have to have a sense of pride, a sense of belonging. We have to own Africa with a passion. Remember, victory is just one generation away. I repeat, one generation away. When was Israel as a nation formed? Now see what is happening in Israel. Because every Israeli takes Israel as a personal thing. Why can't we? Imagine how many we are in Brazil. Look at all the Caribbeans, Haiti, anywhere there is a person of color, you belong to Africa. We should know it. We should have a sense of pride in it. Like I said, if you do not believe me, look at what Israel is doing. It flies its youth, young ones, to Israel every year. People even sponsor it. Just see Israel and go back to where you are. And then when they go back to where they are, they fight for the cause of Israel. This is what I preach. I really want us as a people of color to believe and do. We have to go to, it does not matter where you go in Africa. Africa welcomes you. It will welcome you with open arms. We have to forgive and forget. We cannot hold back on yesterday. Look, if we are to go by biblical saying, think of this. Joseph was sold by his own brothers, sold to Egypt. But as a people, they got out of Egypt. Did they look back? Look at what is happening to Israel today. Why can't we, as people of color, think we have a home, we have a homeland? That is the Canaan. I'm serious. Africa is the real Canaan. Why can't we think of Africa in such a way and come together as one again to rebuild it? Rome was not built in a day. If we were waiting for everything to be perfect in Africa, it's never going to be like that. But with your help, we can rebuild Africa again. Like I said, anybody that tells you Africa does not want you, will not welcome you, it's a lie. Africa is open for business. The rest of the world they are literally hacking Africa to death. Look at what the Chinese are doing. The Chinese are recolonizing us. They are buying up all of Africa. We need you, African American. We need you, people of color across the world, to come home. Take it. Nobody. Look, it is open for business. There are people waiting to help you reestablish you in the continent. In every country. Look, in Gambia, in Nigeria, in Ghana, in Egypt, in Morocco, in South Africa, in Kenya, in Uganda, wherever you want to be, wherever you want to go, Africa is open to you to do business. You are welcome. You are welcome. Take advantage of the opportunities. Africa has one of the most diverse natural resources on the face of the earth. We need your expertise. We need your experience. We cannot let the Chinese, I repeat, the Chinese, because they are taking Africa from us. They are recolonizing Africa again. We cannot allow them to do this. And they do this with the help of corrupt, inept African leaders who have sold Africa to the Chinese. You have to help us come and take this country back. Take Africa, take the continent back from the Chinese. It belongs to you. We cannot let other people take it. You can't wait for other people to develop it and then decide to come. No, it's not going to work that way. Africa is the new frontier. Africa is the new frontier. This is your time. This is your chance to come and re-establish your presence in the continent. Why do I say Chinese? Because the flooded Africa is a dumping ground. Repeat, they dump Africa with substandard goods. They bring technicians, laborers, and call them engineers and doctors. And this done they collude with corrupt African leaders to have these people take positions. And oh my God, you need to go to Africa to see what the Chinese are doing. We, the young ones, we say no. We do not agree to what is happening in Africa. And the day of reckoning will come. A Pharaoh that does not know Joseph will come to reign again. And whatever deals the Chinese are making, and they are using Africa's security forces to actually enslave us with the connivance of inept and corrupt leaders. This must stop. We need your expertise. Where are people like Conor West, people like Eddie Glad, people like Don Lemon, people like Danny Glover, people that Donald Glover itself, Oprah Winfrey. We need your help. This is an opportunity for you to make your real name on the face of the earth. Because guess what? Africa, inept, old African mismanagement is destroying the whole of Africa. We want things to change. So come and see it. Come and see with your eyes. You'll be shocked of so many people that are in Africa today, that the African Americans in Africa, they're enjoying it because they see the opportunities. Things they will not allow me. They will not allow other Africans in Africa to take advantage of. They will open the doors for you. We will support you. We will be with you. We will see you all the way. There is a firm. It's called First Lead Inc. It's based in UK. but they have branch in Nigeria, in Lagos and in Abuja. They will receive you at the airport. They relocate you. They help you, make your experience memorable. You do not have to. I'm not speaking. I'm not vouching for them. No. I'm not saying go to Nigeria. You can go to Gambia. You can go to Senegal. You can go to Togo. You can go to Republic of Benin. You can go to Cameroon. You can go to Ethiopia. The most important thing is this: you've got to have a sense of pride in you, the land, the space. Your future is in Africa. Like I said, it's just one generation away. We cannot continue to hold back the past against ourselves and not develop ourselves. Because the truth is this: the reason the police across the world, not just the American police force, even in UK, the reason they don't respect people of color is because we have not developed our own. If we develop our own, they cannot treat us the way they treat. Do you realize that they treat us worse than terrorists in the United States? Because they're scared of people of color. They treat us worse, people of color, worse than terrorists in the United States, which is not right. Because they're not scared of us. Have you seen the police in the United States deal with the Irish or the Israeli, or in fact, even the Saudi Arabians, not to talk of the Chinese or the Japanese? These were people that were the worst. They treated them horribly when they came to this country. Now it is our turn. They treat us like the scum of the earth. Look, the truth is this: it's about reverse struggle. For you to gain your pride and respect in the United States of America, across the world, Africa has to gain its right of place in the world. And how can we do it? With your help. Imagine young girls seeing Serena Williams in South Africa or in Egypt or in Nigeria and all that. Imagine what message that would send. Imagine what message seeing Beyonce and her husband Carter, Jay-Z, in Africa. Imagine what the message we send across Africa. And that is the reason they do not respect, Caucasians do not respect you either in Europe or whether in London, in UK, in New York, or wherever you go. You need to go to Africa where you belong. It is the knowledge of the people that hide the foolishness of the king. And you know that. We will shield you because you're one of us. It hurts to hear people say, oh, I'm from Jamaica, I'm from the Caribbean, I'm from Brazil. No. So long as you look like me, you are an African. Now, are there problems in Africa? Of course there are problems in Africa, just like in other places. Look, take a look at the Appalachia. Look at the American Appalachia, for example. Take a look at all the run-down government. Is it in Paris, in France? Is it in UK? Is it in the United States of America? They are run, or is it American reservations? Yes, they are run down. Africa, there are problems there, but these are structural problems. This is structural. Africa has resources that will last for lifetime. We can do it. Come. With your help. With your help, we can tell these leaders that they have stolen enough. They have robbed us. They've robbed us dry. We've got to tell them. We have to hold their feet to fire and tell this sit-tight president that their mismanagement is enough. We've got to do things right in Africa. You need to come. We need you. The only reasons these leaders do what they do is because they're not afraid of it. They use the police against those of us in Africa. But when they see you, your passport is your ticket to helping us to correcting the atrocities a lot of leaders commit. You have your way in the Congress. You have your way in the Senate, because African leaders lobby the senators here. They lobby the representatives here. They lobby in the Congress. The money that are stolen from Africa is siphoned, and it's enabled by Western democracies. It's enabled by Western financial institutions. Luxembourg, Switzerland, London, New York, that's at New York. All the money from Africa. I went to Paris and I wanted to cry. Look at the obelisk in Paris, in France. What is France compared to Africa? Look at what Africa... Go to Belgium, go to France, see what they have done to Africa. As I speak with you today, oh my God, African totems have been auctioned in UK and nobody said anything. Can they do that to Israeli arts and artifacts that they stole from Germany during World War II? Can they do that? They cannot. They cannot. But in Africa, the world has conspired and kept quiet about what is going on in Africa. They are selling totems stolen when I was born in my country. As I speak to you right now, in UK, that's what they're doing. And it is wrong. The world can conspire and make Germany pay Israel back for what it stole from Israel during World War II. But look at what Germany, look at what Belgium, look at what Portugal, look at what England did to Africa. I walked around in Paris some time ago. I looked at the obelisks. I went to their museums. I was shedding tears. People were asking, what's wrong? I said, no, you don't understand. This is my pride. These are my gods that you people come to see and pay. And we got nothing to show for it. That is why we want you in Africa. You have to come and see. It hurt you. And then you say, you have a feeling, you have a sense of pride. Because it's only when the dignity, the pride of Africa is restored, that is when your dignity as a person of color will be restored. People who talk about the structures, people who talk about the cars, people who talk about the hotel. There are hotels quite all right. All those things are quite there, but these are not the important things. We're talking about the dignity of your generation, your children. Take advantage of it. It's yours. Come to Africa. Come to Africa. Look, yes, there are crimes. Yes, some roads, there are traffic. Yes, things are not working right. But guess what? Like I said, Africa is a frontier for the taking. Come take it. Don't let the Asians take it from us. They're enslaving us in Africa. Africa become a dumping ground for Asia. They treat us like scum in Asia and still come to Africa to treat us like scum because of our leaders. It's wrong. We got to get it right. With your help, we can do it. I feel strongly about this. I really feel strong about this. And this is why I want you. No, not for you to go to Paris, not for you to go to London, not for you to go to New York. Come to Africa and find yourself. Africa is a home. Mother wants to see you. When you come to Africa, there's a sense of peace. A sense of peace you've never known that you know again. I look forward to seeing you. My name is Emeka Aro. This is Diaspora Forum. Comment below, make your comments. People will contribute to it and you see other reasons why you have to come to Africa. But above all, like I said, victory is just a generation away. You know peace as you never known. And then you help us rebuild Africa is your place. There's no place like home. Be proud about it. Until you're proud of your home, before the police across the world will have respect for you again. Thank you. I'll see you in the next section. Remember, if you have not subscribed, subscribe to our channel. We'll see you in the next segment. Thanks. Hello, you're welcome to our second segment. That's the shoutouts for the day. This is an opportunity for us to say hello, to congratulate those that really have distinguished themselves across the world. Look, there are so many to pick from, but today, guess what? We just decided to pick 10 to let the world know, hey, it's just not the few that are arrested. It's not just the few that are that are fraudsters. There are people who are really contributing to science and technology, even sports across the world. And they do us proud. And we are proud of them. And that's why we do our shout outs. For the first one of the day, we are going to London, UK. His name is Mr. Adeshina Ademuyiwa. He's a founder and chairman of a First Leaf, like I told you guys later, in First Leaf Development. They're into real estate and construction. Mr. Ademuyiwa is a real estate entrepreneur and investor. He's a Nigerian British citizen. His goal is to help people have a home of their own and have a secured future and financial freedom. He's a Lagosian. First lead is into real estate and construction, like I said before, in UK and Nigeria. They make your vacation or relocation to Nigeria a memorable experience, especially with a branch office in Lagos, Nigeria. They'll take care of you. And then this next person will go to Detroit, USA. His name is Mr. Jelani Aliyu. Oh my God. This guy is from Sokoto State, Nigeria. He's a Nigerian American. He's the new Director General of DADDC at General Motors. Mr. Jelani Aliyu is a Detroit-based Nigerian car design veteran from General Motors who is best known as the designer of his Colt Volt. Please, anytime you ride your Chevy Volt, remember who designed it. It's a Nigerian American. His name is Jelani Aliyu. He was born in 1966 in Sokoto State, Nigeria. I greet you. And then the next person is, we go to Lagos, Nigeria. Actually, is a African American in Lagos, Nigeria. You see the reverse. I really have to pay respect and homage to this brother. Because he just passed away on June 17th this year. On June 17th, he's called the Big Dog. He was in the U.S. Marine. He's refers to as Mr. Dan Foster, the Big Dog. He is an African-American radio personality who relocated to Nigeria but passed away recently on June 17, 2020. He was a veteran of the United States Marine. He grew up in Baltimore, Maryland. He was married to a Nigerian and blessed with 3 children in Nigeria. May he so rest in peace. This was a guy that was planning to set his own radio station up. Please look it up on the internet. It's right there. Like I said, he went to Nigeria to see what he could do and then decided to stay and unfortunately he passed away in Nigeria. And I'm proud of him. And then the next person again is in Lagos, Nigeria. He's an African American. His name is Walter Carrington. He's an African American U.S. diplomat. Mr. Carrington formerly served in Nigeria and Senegal as a U.S. diplomat. His ties to Nigeria were very deep. Like Dan Foster, he married into a Nigerian family and lived in 3 Nigerian cities since late 1960s. Mr. Walter Carrington, I would say congratulations. Thank you very much. These are people that will really help those of you that choose to relocate down the road. Then the 5th person, we go to Moscow, Russia. His name is Dr. Chidubem Obi Gerald. This young man graduated with a perfect GPA of 5.0 from MI Seknov First Moscow State Medical University. He is also the best graduating student but in his medical faculty. Please, congratulations, Mr. Chidubem. We see what you're doing. You do us proud, and we're very proud of you. This is kind of thing people don't know, but look at it. He went from Nigeria to Russia and became the best graduating medical student there. Last week, I also picked another Nigerian, that Mr. Lasisi, Dr. Lassisi, that did the same thing. So you guys are doing us proud. We're proud of you. And the 6th person, we go to Abuja, Nigeria. Her name, she's schooled at MIT here. Her name is Dr. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala. Dr. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala is a global finance expert. He's an economist and international development professional with over 30 years of experience working in Asia, Africa, Europe, and Latin America. Currently, Dr. Okonjo-Iweala is chair of the board of JAVI. That's the Global Alliance for Vaccines and Immunization. Again, thank you for your contributions to humanity. And the 7th person, we come back to United States in Houston, Texas. His name is Dr. Kelechi Azogo. Again, Dr. Kelechi Azogo is a Nigerian American. Dr. Kelechi Azogo is Nigerian American family medicine specialist in Houston, Texas. He currently practices at Houston Family Health Clinic. He has found his niche in bioidentical hormone replacement therapy, PRP, Botox, dermal filters, stem cells, and innovative treatments like the Gaines Wave procedure for erectile dysfunction. Hey, Dr. Kelechi Azogo, we're very proud of you. Do what you do. And then the 8th person is we go to New York. This is Zain Ejiofor Asha. Miss Zain is a British American news anchor at CNN International who is based in New York City. She currently anchors the weekend edition of CNN Newsroom and can regularly be seen filling in on the network's premier business program. Good job, girl. We're very proud of you. And her brother, again in London, UK, Mr. Chiwetel Ejiofor. Both of you are really excelling in your fields. We're very proud of you. He is an English actor, writer, director, and director plays. Chiwetel Ejiofor is renowned for his portrayal of Solomon Northup in 12 Years a Slave in 2013, for which he received Academy Award and Golden Globe Award nomination, along with the BAFTA Award for the Best Actor. Asha and Chiwetel, like I said, they are siblings and they are both doing well. We're very proud of both of you. The 10th person is I need not say anything about any of these, whether it's Festus Ezeli, or whether it's Onyechi Oguche, the famous footballer, whether Victor Ladipo, whether it's Emeka Okafor, my namesake, or OG Anunobi, or Nelson Agbalo. There's so many of you spread out there. We see what you all are doing, and we're very proud of you. Keep doing it. Do us proud, you know, and we're very proud of what you're doing. Thank you very much. Like I said again, these are just a few of the many out there, but we'll continue to highlight on you guys and say the things you guys are doing because we're very proud of you. Keep doing what you're doing. Hopefully by next week, we'll still bring another set of people, and then we'll go from there. Thank you. Remember, if you have not subscribed, make sure you subscribe to this channel so that we'll continue to bring content value messages to you every week. This is the third section, the final section, the proverb of the day. This is the final section of our program where we actually try to leave legacy. This is the way our elders talk to our children. This is the proverb they leave their children. This spoke in codes, and those who are really of the soil, they understand it. And the proverb of the day is: until the lion has his own storyteller, the hunter will always have the best stories. Again, until the lion has his own storyteller, the hunter will always have the best stories. So we have to do everything to tell our own stories, else they will always have the best stories. Remember, COVID-19 is real. Wash your hands. Wear a mask. Keep social distance. Avoid crowds. Stay safe because we need you. Above all, please like us and subscribe. We'll make sure you leave comments below. We'll look forward to hearing from you. Please make your thoughts known. But honestly, above all, we really want you to visit Africa. Consider it. There are people waiting for you. You're welcome. Thank you very much. Peace. Emeka.